Now, I've talked about comedy previously and how there's a pressure for being funny. Many people love bringing laughter and joy to others because, as I said then, making others laugh is always pleasant for everyone in the conversation. Being able to give a laugh and see others happy makes us feel good, but there's also this massive push to acquire and feel happiness at all times, which can be either money, learning new skills, making friends, or anything really. This pursuit is present in media, music, advertising. Everywhere you look, you'll find that happiness is a goal. Whether you're delivering a good experience or providing a good service, happiness is what you aim towards. But feeling sad is seen as something that we should lean away from. We grow being taught that happiness and sadness are opposites, but I think they have more of a symbiotic relationship. Sadness is your average emotion, right? But it's also part of a healing process. Unfortunately, many people think they are weak or vulnerable by feeling sad and try to convince themselves there are bigger problems to care about. But it's really not the case. Take the concept that I'll call pain scaling. It's venting and being told that there are people that have it worse or being judged on how small the concern is. With pain scaling, it's like putting people's feelings aside and evaluating which problem weighs more. It makes the person feel worse and even guilty for feeling bad, and I say it's unfair because there is always going to be somebody who will be in a tougher spot, right? The thing is that tougher spots are subjective. You can't really tell who's going through a worse time because situations are different and involve different things. This applies to everything else too because there will always be somebody that is facing something completely different, so someone will always be worse off. I'm not sure if it's quite clear, but I mean that what needs to be considered is not the cause but the sadness itself. What I'm getting at is how comparing and trying to minimize personal issues is not good for anyone, because I think everyone has stages in which the pain they feel matches their own life experience, and that varies from person to person. In every case, it takes a lot to break through sadness and grow alongside it. There are people out there thinking they can keep their sadness to themselves all the time and always act like nothing's wrong, while utilizing comedy to release what they can't or putting masks on for show. But I think it's healthy to sometimes just embrace the fact that we feel sad and talk about it with each other. I'm not saying sadness is great or anything because it's a very unpleasant state even if it's temporary. The takeaway should be that being sad is okay and that beating ourselves up or minimizing the cause for sadness is something that is unfair for our own and others' mental state.
As I was saying, not everyone has the same way of processing things emotionally, and I don't think people should feel bad or guilty for feeling sad even if they think that the cause is trivial or minimal. We don't need to have a big reason to justify being sad. Sadness is not a bad thing. Let's embrace the sad, guys. Let's go.
Alejandro, what in the world are you talking about?